We all have felt it. The god power of ChatGPT. When you are stuck in a question, or when you want to write an essay, or when you want to research on some particular topic, you can just write a simple prompt and you can just get all the answers. And that feels like a miracle. And you just uh, and it feels like you have just completed 10 days work in one day. But there is a hidden cost in that save button, cost that is not showing in our billing process of our LLM chat models, but it is in our brain scan. And we are entering in an era where researchers call this era outsourced reason. And that is the terrifying reality, that the AI will outthink us, and it is that we are voluntarily forgetting how to think. And by the end of the video you will able to know that which part of the brain is being disturbed by now, and what specific shift you have to make to avoid this thing to yourself. So now let's start the video. So imagine if you want to climb a Mount Everest. Okay, so you have two choices. One is by the hike, and it will be like dangerous, it will be slow, or you can just take a helicopter and you can just reach on top of the Mount Everest. But if your goal is only to reach on the top of the mountain, then you can just use helicopter and it will be efficient. But your goal is to become a proper climber, then the first option will be far better. And this is exactly happening with the AI. The Microsoft researcher Advait Sarkar calls this intellectual tourism. We visit the destination, like we finish the email, we write the essay, but we never walk that path. So we never struggle the process. By doing this, we are not able to generate ideas, and we are not able to recall that ideas, and like our brain is becoming more dumber. When you outsource the thinking process to an algorithm, then and these three distinct tragedies happens to your brain. When you think like AI will make you creative, but the data says otherwise. When the group of people use AI to brainstorm their ideas, produce more ideas, but the variance of that idea shrinks. So we are just making the average ideas. We are not training our mind to think beyond certain point. Second is the comma of creativity. So when this LLM gives you a polished answer, then you will not recheck the answer and you will not find the loops in the answer. Your brain relaxes. You assume that the computer is smarter and you don't have to think. The third thing is the erase of memory. So it is the most scariest part. The thinking is a messy process. You will confuse in thinking and you will get frustrated, you will not remember, and that struggle creates the cognitive residue. But when you give your work to AI, then you don't have to do the cognitive overload. All this done by AI. So if you read the AI summary of a book, then within 2 days you will forget, because your brain has not fully get into that book. So that's the reason. So what is the exact solution? So solution is to smash our computers and just delete all the LLM models and not using the AI tools. No. So right now we use AI as a servant, like do this for me, write an email. So we are using AI as a servant. From now we have to use AI as a provocator. So let's understand by this analogy. Imagine a word processor. So in that word processor, it does not give you a complete auto-corrected sentence. Instead, they will just ask like, is the sentence is true? What if the opposite sentence is true? Imagine an AI which does not summarizes your meeting. Instead, it will say like, what is the most important controversial thing that the interviewer has said. So it forces you to recall the things. So this is called the micro friction. So we have to introduce this micro friction in our workflow. So we need AI which will counter question us, not obey us. So we need a tool which act as a less ghostwriter but more a tough editor, which refuses to be your servant. So here is the bottom line. Like, we used to ask the question like, if machine would think like us. This question is not relevant today. We have to ask question like, will think like a human? If you want to survive in this AI economy, then it's not like to give all your work to AI. You have to use AI as your companion, and you have to be like brainstorm with the AIs. So this was the whole thing related to the AI effect on humans, like how it is affecting our brains. So if you like the info, just share with your friends, and don't forget to hit like, share and subscribe. Thank you.